CDU 28.6%, AfD 20.5%, SPD 16.5%, the Green Party 12.1%, Left Party 8.7%, BSW 5%, and FDP 4.7%. At least these are the projections for the German Bundestag elections from ZDF last night. BSW and FDP scratched at the 5% hurdle all evening. You can read the exact and final results on shz.de. And we'll take a closer look at the results from Schleswig Holstein in a moment. Good morning on this Monday, February 24th. I'm Tilman Rede, and I brought you these topics. Flensburg has a new nature reserve, and we look at the dangerous TikTok trend with paracetamol. But first, let's have a look at our focus and the Bundestag elections.
All about the election.
Yesterday at 9 p.m. we heard the results, or at least the predictions. Let's take a closer look at the results for Schleswig Holstein. CDU 27.5%, SPD 18.7%, AfD 16.5%, Green Party 14.8%, Left Party 7.8%. In Schleswig Holstein, the FDP got 4.7%, the BSW 3.4%, and the SSW 3.9%. The SSW's top candidate, Stefan Seidler, appears to have retained his seat in the Bundestag, and the Green candidate for Chancellor, Robert Habeck, also lost the direct mandate in Constituency 1, Flensburg-Schleswig, following his party's poor performance nationwide. My colleagues from all over the country have been to the election parties and have collected reactions. Lukas Kilian, Secretary General of the CDU, has this to say. We have seen a huge turnout, which, in itself, is excellent. I hope that the numbers for the union will continue to rise. Over 30 was already the target, and it would be desirable if it went even higher. SPD candidate Truels Reichert said the following. Now, after the first election forecast, we are of course not really happy. This is a catastrophic result for the SPD at the federal level. From the Green Party, Luise Amtsberg says she is proud of the result, which is still fluctuating a bit and is not yet final, but will definitely be over 12%. And Max Mordhorst of the FDP had this to say. I really enjoyed working in the Bundestag. To be honest, it was already foreseeable, and it was always clear to me that I would fight for liberalism in Germany out of conviction. Whether in the German Bundestag or not, Prime Minister Daniel Günther has already made a statement. He is happy about the union's victory. The voters in Germany have sent a clear signal. They have voted out the traffic light system after less than one term in office. They want a change in politics and a government that finally gets down to business, follows through on its announcements and actions, and moves our country forward again. You can read everything else, the latest projections, and how your region voted on shz.de. And thanks to my colleagues for all the impressions from the election parties.
The climate update from SH.
Flensburg has a new nature reserve. It is 96 hectares in size and the second nature reserve in the city. It is called Hornhölzer Höhen and is located in the south of the city. My colleague Mira Nagar has already been there and knows what is changing in this area. She tells us the following. Agriculture has been largely converted in the nearly 100-acre area. It used to be maize fields, and now Galloways graze here as four-legged landscape conservationists. The landscape has many more ponds and wetlands, and thousands of frogs have been released. For hikers, the nature reserve means that trails must be kept clear and dogs must be kept on a leash. And it means that you can learn a little more about the local wildlife, as information boards will soon be erected, turning the Hornhölzer Heights from an unknown insider tip into a local recreation area on the outskirts of Flensburg.
More news from Schleswig-Holstein. Dangerous TikTok trend with paracetamol.
A note before the next topic. The following content should not be copied under any circumstances. A life-threatening test of courage is currently making the rounds on TikTok, in which children and teenagers overdose on paracetamol. This perfidious challenge crowns the winner who swallows the most tablets and survives the subsequent poisoning. Pharmacists' associations are therefore warning against giving large quantities of the drug to young people. Uwe Tellkamp, head of department at the BBZ of the Diakonie Südtonnen, reports that teachers, social workers and students have already reported suspicious cases when they noticed that this challenge was being discussed among young people. Pharmacist Otto Bastrop warns that an overdose of the drug can permanently damage the liver and, in the worst case, lead to death within 3 to 5 days.
Student dropouts in SH.
In the last 5 years alone, more than 30% of teacher training students in Schleswig Holstein have dropped out without completing their studies. In absolute numbers, this means that 3,314 people dropped out prematurely. At 40.9%, the dropout rate is highest among bachelor students at Kiel University. It is 17.3% for bachelor students at the European University Flensburg. The dropout rate is much lower for master's programs that build on the bachelor's degree. 7.1% in Kiel and 5.6% in Flensburg. Not good news in view of the fact that thousands of teachers in Schleswig Holstein will retire in the next few years. That's it for today. I wish you a good start into the week.